Hello everybody, it's Carl here from Comic Culture and the Game Store in Lincoln in England, and today I'm going to have a look at what's in the box for Red Star White Eagle, the Russo-Polish War of 1920, produced by Compass Games. Now, as you can see by the box, this is one of their designer signature edition, where they take an older game and redo it with modern graphics, large hexes, large counters, modernized rules, things like that. So you're getting a classic game, but with a new twist on it. So let's have a look at the box first. Attractive picture. Now, obviously, you know, the Russo-Polish War of 1920 is not a system that's been gamed a lot, not a historical period that's been gamed a lot, but this is a very well-known game from about 1979. Originally produced by David Williams and printed by GDW, not GMT, I keep wanting to say GMT. This has got 2 maps, 2 counter sheets, it's weekly turns, 14-mile hexes, generally basically a 2-player game, although you can play it solitaire. It works quite well solitaire from looking at the rules. So let's have a look what's in the box. Okay, first of all, D6. Okay, always useful. I've got hundreds of dice, but they're never in the right place, so it's always nice to get one with the game. Here's the rules. Okay, not too many pages of rules. I'm trying to look exactly how many pages there are actually. 28, and that includes counter sheets at the back. That's a really nice thing to have. A lot of people scan their counters when a game is new, so they don't lose. If they do lose any counters, they know what was lost. Historical stuff, but let's have a start at the front. Okay, again, full colour rules, really great. Compass do fantastic games. They do fantastic production. You know, I don't think I've found anything to complain about with their stuff recently. Some interesting rules in here. You've got rules for obviously your standard stacking, movement, combat, supply, but then you've got Russian withdrawals, Polish substitution, you've got armoured trains and the rail nets, flotillas of marines, fortification. There's more than one scenario. There's 2 scenarios in a campaign game, if I remember rightly. So you've got your standard units here. You've got attack, defence and movement. You've got a delay factor as well, unit type, unit ID, size, setup, things like that. Like I say, full colour, really nice. Examples of play, descriptions, you know, what all the different rules do, cavalry charges. Now this is quite an unusual game for them to redo, because it is, you know, although it was very well regarded at the time, and I remember it coming out, I've never played it, it does seem quite a strange subject matter, but, you know, I'm hoping that they've done a great job with it. Here's your scenarios. Okay, Belarusian scenario, Gates of Warsaw scenario, a short version of the Belarusian scenario, and the campaign game. Also, quite a bit of optional rules and variants. So, you know, if you've played it before, you can try it differently. Historical notes with, again, colour. Really nicely done. Okay, I don't think anybody's got anything to complain with those rules. Let's have a look at the charts and tables. Terrain effects chart, really nice, easy to read. You know, movement costs, Polish moto mech movement costs, combat effects, what the different borders mean, what the supply sources mean. Okay, on the back you've got the combat results table, 2 copies of that. Straight odds-based combat. You know, it is a 1979 game. It has been brought up to date, but you know, you've still got your history there. Then you've got the campaign game deployment map. Okay, so you can see the Russian deploys his units first, then the Ukrainians begin under Polish control. Tells you all the different rules for that. Okay, on the back for the Belarusian scenario, there's the deployment map for that. Then you've got the setup charts, so Russian campaign setup chart, Belarusian scenario setup chart, Russian reinforcements and withdrawal. I really like these. I find it much easier to set the counters up on these. Some people say, well, you're setting the counters up twice because you're putting them on the map. You're putting them on here, then you're putting them on the map. But I find this is much easier when you're sorting things out. Okay, Gates of Warsaw scenario setup chart. You know, there's quite a few counters. Polish side, obviously the Poles in blue in this game, the Russians in red. Belarusian scenario reinforcement chart, Gates of Warsaw scenario chart. And then you've got the turn record track. That's for the Gates of Warsaw scenario, and that's for the campaign and Belarusian scenarios. I'm going to look at the counters. Nice big counters. Okay, easy to read. You've got a little bit of tank action going on there. You've got charge markers. You've got cavalry chargers. Double-sided, these are the replacement markers. Okay, same again, except these are the Russians this time. And Russian replacement markers. Then you've got your main units. Okay, you've got some, some quite hefty units. You've got armoured trains, things like that. Always a bit of fun. Obviously able to zip around quite quickly as well. But obviously stuck to the rail lines. Let's have a look at the maps. 2 maps in this one. Because of the way that they've made the hexes bigger, actually you get 2 maps instead of 1. There you got Minsk there. I'll do a full separate film on this and insert that. This is the eastern map for Red Star White Eagle with Minsk there in the left middle. Going over, you've got Smolensk on the eastern border, Mogilev, Gomel. Further south you've got Kiev. Then back over on the west, got Berdichev, Rivno, and then the marshes. Nice, yellowy sort of sand colour maybe. I'm not sure what you describe that as. Here's the other map. The Baltic Sea up at the north there. And Warsaw there, Białystok. And here's the western map with the Baltic Sea and the port of Danzig up in the north. Running down the map, you've got Warsaw, and then Tarnow. There's the movement types track. Further over to the east, you've got Tarnopol, Lvov, Kovel, Brest-Litovsk, and Kaunas up in the corner. Okay, and here's your movement type: standard movement, strategic movement, and the National Rail Net. And then bit of advertising bump. Okay, another, I think, superb production there from Compass Games. They've really hitting the ball out of the park, as you might say, with regard to their stuff. The game looks interesting, looks pretty easy to pick up. I don't think any experienced wargamer will have too much difficulty with it. I'm going to a con this week and I might actually take it with me and see if I can grab a game. I hope you've enjoyed seeing what's in the box there. This is Carl from Comic Culture and the Game Store in Lincoln in England, saying thanks for watching. Please give us a like and a subscribe if you like what we do, and feel free to place any comments that you like. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks very much. Bye.